So, Don Domingos versus Landclan here. This is a 1500 to 1650 bracket, so we're moving up a notch here. And the red, we have Limpopo here. I think he might be the highest rated of these three guys, but they're all solid players. Danish team. He's playing as the Vietnamese flank here, which means that Limpopo will get to reveal the location of the enemy town centers. Could be useful for laming. It's always useful for coordinating when and where to hit, of course, not having to struggle to find enemy locations. 20% higher hit points on the archery range units for the Vietnamese. Unique unit, the Rattan Archer, which is also a quick and very tanky foot archer, which works well against almost all units. And also the team bonus for the Vietnamese grants every team member the opportunity to research and produce Imperial skirmishers in the Imperial Age, which could come in handy in a pinch if you're all out of gold. In the pocket, we have Coster here playing as the pranks. Leave him with the free boom, and he could be a beastly pocket for sure. We'll see how Don Domingos work this out. See if Limpopo has flared the locations of the opponents as well, so as to tell them that he himself is up against Chinese and the opponent is up against the Mayans. Why the heck would you go Persian's flank? Are we going to see a TC drop here in the pole? That would be absolutely amazing if he goes for the douche here. Why else would you pick Persians on flank, man? Well, they don't have arbalesters. They have decent cavalry archers, honestly, and they have great cavalry. But yeah, in a 3v3, I don't see Persians working as flank in the current meta. You have to win the game in cast stage if that's the case, because you don't have access to arbalests. You'll have to do something else. And looky here. Okay, so that's why they picked Vietnamese. Alright, so if anyone doesn't know, there's a tactic called the Persian douche, which essentially means killing your own town center. You can only build, or you can't build additional town centers in the Dark Age, but if it gets killed or you delete your town center, you can rebuild it. Is Blue expecting this? There's no indication of the score yet. The pawn hasn't deleted the TC, so you can't tell that just yet. He's actually getting Loom before the drop, which is good to see. Oh, pawn, you're absolutely crazy. What a play to go for in the first game here, and Blue is not going to know what hit him here. You actually ideally want to drop the TC on the enemy berries if you can, because that's going to take them significantly off food. But here it goes. You just got douched. No chance here. Let's see if he indeed has no chance, or if he's handling this douche nicely. Vietnamese and Persian flanks. Yeah, could be. Could be. Maybe they've been expecting it all along. The pawn manages to... Is he bringing... I guess he's bringing the sheep from back home here. He didn't even small volley these villagers. He has to do that, otherwise he's going to be slain by the Indians scouts later on. But yeah, he's applying some nasty Dark Age pressure here, the pawn. Dropping that Persian TC. There's not even any point for no chance to fight back, because he's half the hit points. It's not worth it. Yeah, they may have expected something like this to happen, because of the walls going up this early in the Dark Age for no chance. But this renders Mayans useless, so why not? I mean, we're not going to see any Mayans archers anytime soon here from no chance. Because the pawn is eating his TC. Even before the second Rhino, are you kidding me? That's actually quite good douche timing. What's up on the other side here? We have the Field Scout getting an idea of Limpopo's base, seeing the barracks, while Limpopo doesn't really need to scout Legion's side yet, because he knows the location. So if he's planning the Drusher Men-at-Arms here, he could still just move out anytime and don't worry too much about it. What an opening. Oh, unconventional plays here from Don Domingos. I like it. This woman is kind of in danger though. Where are you going? That has to be a... That's either an ingenious play to try and take out the enemy scout, or a misclick from the TC gathering point. The Popo getting the walls up here at home. He is with the Vietnamese. Did he go for any kind of infantry here? He didn't. He doesn't really have any armies here. Just gonna go for the ranges once he gets to the next stage. No, only one on gold. Not going to afford a lot of archers early here. No chance is putting all the villagers close to Agent Peace base, maybe? It's moving out as the pawn is villager fighting here. The pawn out. Yeah, he's had some idle TC time. You figure. He kills his TC to move forward. And also doesn't drop it on the berries, so he can't really get food from there. He has to eat the sheep. And now he's going to steal the berries of Agent P here, who is currently just not panicking here, just taking the hunt, milling the hunt, and relocating the villagers. As Agent P has the first few Indian scouts out and will be hitting the pawn hard here. I think the idea here is, this is like Suomi inspired. Yeah, the pawn out goes, just beat it, the pawn. You can't do those quick walls. You can't do it. Ah, almost. I've seen him try that trick before. He's really been practicing these quick walls, but doesn't always succeed, of course. Oh. No! He got in! That's unfortunate that that house didn't complete construction. That's another builder going down for the pawn here. Second builder dead, tries the quick walls, but good luck with that. It's not going to happen. The Popo, double ranges, straight archers opening here now with enough villagers on gold to justify that. Walling up at home and knows by now that Agent P is over here with the scout, so no immediate danger for the pawn at home base. No chance. We built the TC at the pocket location here. Is going to stone for... I think that's only just because of the TC placement, right? That some villagers defaulted to stone after completing the TC. It's not really intentional, I think, unless the plan is to go Castle Age and 3 TC boom to compensate for the rough Dark Age there. Yeah, I'm not sure. Coster with the scouts, Agent P with the scouts, but Coster has the numbers at least here. Not total, but the Frank's scouts, they also have that better hit points until bloodlines can be researched for the Indians, or alternatively the attack and defense upgrades, which will also switch out. But he is going to stone here. Why so many on stone now? Is it to sell stone to go Castle Age here? Guess it's to sell stone. Market blacksmith, sell stone, Castle Age. Now he's mining gold as well. I don't understand. Has to be castle and plume archers then, or something like that. No chance, it's just too smart for me. The Popo is forward with the archers here, but is actually outnumbered by Legion here with the Chinese. So we'll have to be careful here against, even with that extra hit points on the Vietnamese archers, they have similar upgrades, and Teal has the numbers. Best to be careful here if you're from the Popo, not risk any unnecessary damage. Good scouts aggression from Agent P again here. The pawn now should have been losing another villager. I'm not sure if I agree with giving up the entire base to the Persians. Yeah, it basically means that the pocket and flank will be sharing resources here, so that's kind of a win, but then again you could... Yeah, that's not much to be taking in the pawn's home base. The pawn's still in the Feudal Age, Dark Age, by the way, just now clicking the Feudal Age, and I feel like the pawn has been taking more damage than dealing at in this game so far. Oh, is this auto scout Limpopo? What are you up to here? Just checking for back golds, maybe? So as there's no escape, maybe to confirm that Legion has 2 golds very far away here. This main gold is also quite exposed. Mayans going castlage here. Is there not stone for castle? It's getting dangerously close here. No way. There's no chance gonna go back home to home base and castle drop the pawn now. That would be epic if it did that. That would be the ultimate payback here. Oh, good catch! Coster gonna lose some stray builders here now. We basically lost all of the gold mining builders here. That's probably Agent Peace engagements here. Also on the way to the castle age, by the way. 41 builders up to the castle age here. 13 scouts on the field. Not too uncommon for Indians to go for an extended field age in the team games and then to use that extended farm economy to go into a big boom later. But Costa with the counter aggression as well, sadly has to react at home and loses some of the Frank scouts to Agent Peace Spearman defense here. And that's the... Wait, what? Why there? Why? Okay, that's a TC going up on the gold. I guess it's fine. And Costa doesn't see, the phone doesn't see it at all here. It's dropping 2 stables. Actually going Castle Age here after that very much extended Dark Age with the Persians. But now a Castle and a TC going up here for no chance. No chance wants his bait back. Yeah, that castle should be here. I guess with Bodkin, eventually that's going to reach a few of the farms as well, though. Protects the woodland, protects this TC. But honestly, ultimate payback for the douche would still be a castle right in the face while the pawn is going up to the castle age here. Mayans economy lasts longer as well, so long term no chance has a better economy, however you look at it. Looks like the barracks might go down here. The pawn is fleeing these expired farms. It keeps investing into town center in the... in no chances old base. Now, if I were the pawn at this point, I think I would just be moving back home. Having a castle in the face like that, but who am I to judge? He's going for it. Flampopo with crossbow right around the corner here as Legion is in the castle age as well, but not getting crossbows. Oh, there it is. Just clicked it. Still with sheer numbers here and the scouts chiming in, that's an easy fight for Legion to take. Flampopo left with 15 crossbows back home, but now also extending the economy at home to secure the main gold up here. Plumed archers, it is for no chance, and the economy situation quite comparable here, but Land Clan way ahead in military numbers. Way ahead. 2.5 times the military here of Land Clan currently. Agent B joining in with stray scouts as well, now in the castle age and producing camels. The scouts are essentially expendable. Being the Indians, you have an extra pierce armor as well, so it's less dangerous to move close to the TC, but... guess you won't be wasting them just yet. Oh, crossbows moving out on either side here. Legion going for the woodline on Flampopo. 1 down, 2 down. Flampopo, you need to turn back with the crossbows. Yeah, reacting immediately to the forward here, but it did cost the life of 3 villagers there, I believe. Ooh, hitting the home gold of the pawn here, Bloomed Archers. No escape. Quick walling won't save you against Bloomed Archers, and goodbye gold miners at the former home base of the pawn here, taking a beating now. 10 villagers lost for the pawn. 3 knights in the queue. They're both going for knights here, which isn't necessarily ideal either for the Persians and Franks. Not exactly playing meta here. And another castle, here it comes. Here's the douche payback for no chance here. The oh, the castle goes up in between the two TCs of the opponent. It just idles everything. Amazing. It's builders being hit slightly here by the TC fire, but I think they'll fine. They'll be fine still. That's fine. This is gonna go up. In your face! Don't you ever douche me again. That's the message. No chances coming here. Look at their scores as well. They're so low. 2 castles, so it boosts the score quite a bit. And just like that, all of the pawn's economy in the base he was trying to steal early on is just idled. Well, Land Clan still has the army momentum here. Flampopo and Coster, they're not really staying together. Maybe they're not quite sure where to hit. I guess they want to diminish the Chinese crossbow numbers here, maybe. This gold very exposed as well. While low chance players to the left hand side here wants to gather up some armies to push somewhere. Oh, where are you going now? It's gonna go for Coster, isn't he? Flampopo with the crossbows, Agent P with the camels. This could be bad for Agent P here, even with that extra Pierce armor. These are still camels, but Legion is here with crossbows as well. So if they coordinate here, they need to work together. They'll heal bonus camels in between crossbows if they want to engage, but it's a scary engagement to take anyway. Legion is chasing, but fails to snipe any Flampopo crossbows here. Ooh. Very, very exposed farm equal for Agent P here. Knights from Costa raiding over here. The camels chasing, of course, but then Flampopo is over here with the crossbows. So if you pull the knights over to the crossbows will easily snipe these Indian knights. I think that's the plan here. They're going to do some great damage to Agent P in the pocket spot here now. Yeah, lots of idle eco for Agent P here now. Does seem to take does seem to affect the production here as well. We see the Pone rebuilding a TC at the former home base here, but now, oh, this engagement is better than I thought for Land Clan here. We even have Imperial Age on the way for Legion here, who will be getting Arbalists well ahead of Flampopo here. And somehow they cleaned up the Knights of Coster here, and now only remains to take out Flampopo's crossbows here. I really thought that this would be a better fight for Don Domingos here, but guess I'm mistaken. They're going to clean up Flampopo's crossbows here, and with these 14 crossbows down, Flampopo is... well, he's still producing out of 5 ranges, so I guess he's fine-ish here, and he's raiding a little bit on Teal's side as well. But still with that Imperial Age on the way for Legion here, and numbers increasing, army numbers increasing as well. That Arbalest power spike is going to work wonders with the proper team coordination here. I don't know what's happened to the plumed archers, but I think No Chance got some raids in here on the pocket side maybe. No idea what these walls are by Coster, but Coster probably thinking ahead and long term about markets in the corner here. More stone, more castles. Mayans plumed archers on Arabia. Here we go. Still 30 seconds to go for Arbalest. Good engagement for Coster and Flampopo to take now. But it is 41 crossbows against how many knights again here? We have 15. Yeah, it's still a good engagement for Coster, I have to say. That severely diminishes the numbers becoming Arbalists here. Bracer on the way as well. So good on Costa from pulling knights. Oh, look at the raids from Club Pope where all of these villagers, 35 villagers killed. Legion is losing all of the economy here. What a wild game. Yeah, Persian bonus, true. And you have to take that engagement before Arbalest anyway, bonus against archers or not. But it did cost Legion lots of villagers at home through the raids here. Wow, Coster with the pawn! Sorry, the pawn with the castle here to re-establish some farming economy here. I don't know, does he want to try and petard this castle or something? Who knows? Army situation comparable. Don Domingo's ahead in economy here, but the efficiency has been off quite a bit for the pawn and for No Chance, of course. No Chance has been committing a lot to castles. Not sure what to make of this. I think I like Land Clan's composition better anyway. Indians with the strong camels against the two players going cavalry here, and then the Arbalests from the Chinese to contest other players' Arbalests. Yeah, good cleanup here from Legion again on some of Flampopo's armies. Only 12 crossbows from Flampopo here, and actually still in the castle age as well. Doesn't look too great for our red friend over here. So many castles! Do they think they're playing Nomad or what? Ay, ay, ay. Blackadder's Place, thank you for the host, my friend. I am casting my own tournament 3v3 fighters today. So it's, as the title suggests, 3v3 fighters. This is, I have 6 different brackets. This is like the one of the middle ones, 1500 to 1650. 1v1 ELO based. And it's Don Domingos versus Landclan, the first game on Battle of Africa to Arabia. You see Flampopo here now halfway to the Imperial Age finally with the Vietnamese and scrambling more ranges up here to desperately try and replenish archers to keep up with the Chinese arbalest numbers here, but it is 33 arbalests to 14 crossbows now until Flampopo can get those upgrades in, so this is pretty rough. Imperial Skirmishers, last hurrah for Flampopo. That's actually his first priority. Well, at least Skirmisher, sorry. But in the Imperial Age, he might be able to go for Imperial Skirmisher, should the eco allow. And it's probably the best bet, but there are quite a few camels out on the field. 46 heavy camels out for Agent P, who has been weathering, or has been having a nice boom throughout the game here, aside from the big raid earlier on, but cheaper Indians villagers makes it easier to replenish. Now raiding the opposing pocket here and diminishing Coster's numbers, and Coster doesn't have a response. He doesn't have Arbalest, Arbalest assistance from Flampopo, the other flank here, and I think Landclan got this, maybe. Consider the distances as well. The pawn, he doesn't have access to Arbalest at all. He has good knights and Cavalier Paladin, but that doesn't really help against the Indians. We need the pawn or Flampopo to go into Arbalest here, into Halberdiers here. But you can't go into Halberdiers either, because there are Arbalests from, well, there were anyway. There were Arbalests from Legion 64 here. They've actually been cleaned up, so good engagement there from Coster and Flampopo. But the raids though. Agent P with some amazing raids and has killed 80 villagers by now. Which means that Coster won't really be able to afford Paladin anytime soon. He has 36 Cavalier. That's about it. Coster isn't really providing any arm. The pawn. Why do I keep mixing up these names? The pawn doesn't even make any army at all here. So just basically been playing the Licks role of Don Domingos here to be annoying. Do that early drop or early DC drop, or maybe even the Ruben stock role, Suomi style. But it doesn't quite seem to be working out for Domingos here. I think the intention was to buy Coster and Tempopo lots of time to get a huge military lead, get to the cast stage sooner, get those kinds of power spikes, and then the pawn will catch up later on and maybe play cavalry to assist an established lead for Don Domingos. But as it stands now, they're behind the military, only 2 players providing military, and Wilder count slightly behind as well. Defensive castle for the pawn at the previous home base here. But just one doomed archer staying up here and being so annoying. Also, the Imperial Age Inn is in for no chance here, which means that the pawn's castles might be going down. Now we actually get to see the Indians' Imperial Camels against Arbalists here. They have a massive numbers lead though, which certainly makes a difference here. Look at all the camels! See, 74 Imperial Camels, it's ridiculous. Love the 3 Arbalists Red Hat. Oh! They're just chilling out here, aren't they? No trade for you. Castles going up here. 100 builder kills by AGP now. It's actually the most interesting stat at this stage in the game. Imperial Camels, they have... Oh, don't throw away your Cavaliers, Coster! Okay, it's a distraction maneuver to make sure that this castle goes up. 60 military lead or so for Land Clan now, although all of them in the Imperial Age. We still have the pawn only in the castle age here, not providing army. Trying to reboom with the Persians here and get back into it as the Imperial Camels are going for the raid again, and they have bonus attack against buildings as well, so they could you don't necessarily need siege as Indians in that sense, in that broad sense, to take out at least production buildings. Castles obviously a bit worse. Chinese Arbs in very decent mass here as well. I'm just waiting for that Treb to pop out here. 4 Trebs for no chance here. No chance. It's going to demolish the pawn here and again just get payback for that that Persian douche that opened the game here. The lead is just increasing though. The actual population lead isn't too crazy. Don Domingos somehow have the equal lead, but they are massively outnumbered in military. And even if the pawn has 85 builders, he's not able to really produce anything except war elephants here. And not... Oh, that's a Mayans castle. Never mind. I thought it was a purple castle for some reason. Yeah, Imperial Camels shredding castles. And Cavalier numbers, yeah, the Coster's still producing here, but he's lost 80 villagers, mind you. So he's with 95 villagers, 18 military, gonna lose the rest of the military here now with the Bloomed Archers chiming in as well. They're resilient, I'll give them that much. And I assume that means GG. But there we go. What a game though. I mean, kudos to Land Clan for the defense and to no chance for not panicking here. But in the end, the game of course goes into their hands with the massive military approach here, and actually not falling that far behind in the economy, all things considered. I love this off-meta approaches though, not just your plain knight or scout archer meta throughout. So thanks to Don Domingos for that one. I wish game is a good game. Guess you're right. Look at that military and economy score though. How many was it actually? 188 Imperial Camels total. Tempopo, ridiculous amounts of ARPs as well, but not able to do enough damage. Zero the Belgian, thanks for stopping by. 61,000 resources collected. way ahead of everyone, essentially. I guess Agent P is on the higher end of the elo scale in his team, possibly. Pretty comparable fuel age up times here. And of course we gotta check the APM as well, even if it's not necessarily accurate. Only one flank going Arbalest really worked in our favor, having Indians. Yeah, that fast castle from the Mayans there was a surprising move to me, but yes, Plumed Archers and their mobility played their role in the big scheme of things here as well. Gonna pull up game 2 here, and Don Domingo's home map, I believe, is a Desert Void. I don't know, they're listed as that's game 1 and game 2 here, so game 2, sorry, game 2 is not Desert Void, it's 4 lakes. So Don Domingos, they are going for 4 lakes as home map. Alright guys, I need to set team names again here. I don't know what happened. Land Clan, I think it was. And let's make sure that Land Clan get the first win here. Coster, you're gonna be orange again, sorry about that, but it's easier to tell the difference between the colors. I'm only 1500 points away from a song request on her. Alright. Gotta think carefully about the request then. Seems it's quite dependent on the time of day as well. Can't be too late. It's quite loud from in this house I live in to the house owner in the floor above. So, but yeah, we'll make it work somehow. I usually play by sheet music though, so it's a limit to what I can do. But simple melodies, movie tunes, famous melodies should work. Just a fun little personal addition to my channel. Alright, so what do we have here? Let's start with Agent P here for Land Clan. He's with the Lithuanians. Drops the lumber camp right away. Lithuanians can do that because they start with plus 150 food. And by doing this, you're collecting enough wood to drop a dock right away. Start shore fishing and start taking the deep fish almost as quick a dock and fishing income as the Persians or Malians on these maps. So nice pick here. Lithuanians will of course want to contest the relics as well to get those extra attack on their knights. Line units plus 1 attack per relic up until 4 relics. So to the right side flank here we have no chance with the Japanese. A nice flank civilization, nice hybrid map civilization, because the Japanese fishing ships are so extremely tanky, they're really hard to kill. They have twice the hit points and extra armor. That's not to discourage you from going the infantry style opening with Japanese on these maps still, though, because 4 lakes, it's a pretty wide area. You'll often see players try to get the full team wall going, but that obviously takes time, so there's certainly room for early aggression still. Lithuanians will probably be playing the scouts, maybe just fast casting knights as well, we'll see, but that's on the more risky side, of course. Talent but no farm up in the north here as the Vikings. So Vikings good on any map, I'd say. You have access to long boats, that's not necessarily going to apply on a hybrid map like this, but Vikings team bonus is that docks are 50% cheaper, and you have a discount to the battleships as well, or the fighting ships. So if you want to try and contest the opponents, get a sneak dock up and contest the opponent's fish boom, you can do that for less cost with the Vikings. Amazing economy for Vikings, as always. You get the wheelbarrow and handcart upgrades instantly upon reaching the fuel and gas stages, and Vikings Also have strong infantry, extra hit points, and fully upgraded arbalists. Yeah, I see the walls going up. That's a greedy wall on Coster here. That's a long distance to cover. But I guess it's going to get away with it, because there won't be any aggression just yet, unless the starting scouts of the opponents happen to pass by. Laming is allowed as well, so you could steal a boar if you really feel like it here, and I guess that's what No Chance... No, wait, that's a builder, never mind. Looked like the boar was running back after a lame attempt there. That was simply not the case. And for Don Domingo Sibs here, we have Coster with the Magyars. Strong scouts opening, of course. I'm pretty sure they'll be playing the scouts and not the men-at-arms from the pocket position here. That's the attack upgrades kicking in instantly. Fully upgraded paladins for the Magyars as well. To the left we have Limpopo, the Portuguese. Probably going to play the archers again. Gold discount on any gold unit for the Portuguese. You could even get into the organ guns at some point if you mine the stone and get going for it. Oh, will Flampopo spot the dock here? Scout. Oh, he sees the dock. Nice scouting from Flampopo here. Will not be able to... No Chance won't be getting away with a sneak dock here. They're sharing the pond for now, but that's going to be intense in the feudal age here. So I'm fighting for this pond down south. Yeah, so Flampopo probably going to play the archers here, and the Pole with the Sicilians. Sicilians get arbalists as well. They're lacking... What are they lacking? They're lacking the last armor upgrade, which is not ideal, but it's better than not having bracer for the range and whatnot. And but then again, you could absolutely warrant going for the scouts with Sicilians here, also from the flank position, because food economy from fishing makes it much easier to sustain multiple stables of scouts, and the Sicilian scouts also take less bonus damage from the designated counter unit. Oh, finally Coster pulls off the quick walls, saves the villager, completes the wall over here with his risks, actually. Yeah, he runs back, okay. Could be that Agent P could have gotten a hit in there. Very greedy team walls here from the Danish team, the Don Domingos, but they are almost getting away with it here. Well, the feudal ages are kicking in. They seem to have had some lag issues or something, a little bit of chatting here. Double ranges for talent but no farm. And the opponent loses one of the starting scouts as well. Why is the opponent... Why is he making transport? I mean, you get it instantly. Everyone gets it instantly as the Sicilians, I guess, just for scouting purposes. Or a misclick. Ah, it's out. He's just gonna scout just to make sure that talent but no farm doesn't get any sneak dock app on this side. Okay, interesting. 3 docks for the Japanese here. No Chance really wants to kill the fish eco of Flampopo with the Portuguese here. Flampopo 2 docks as well. Will try to hold here. He has cheaper fire galleys. 20% discount on the fire galleys for the Portuguese, so that helps out a bit, but you still need the numbers, and with 2 docks to 3, you're in a bit of a pickle there. Coster sending out the first scout here to apply some pressure to the No Chance's side, but isn't really producing. Did not go to gold yet. Is he struggling for food or what's going on here? No, he has lots of food, it's just not... Okay, now he's queuing the scouts. Good. Maybe it's a spec bug in Capture H as well. About that. So 1 eco unit kill. I guess this is the engagements on water here. Killing fishing ships, they count as eco units, right? So that's what's on display here. Limpopo losing the armies here, not even allowed to get any repairs in here. It's trying for some demos, which is a good call when the fire galleys are as close as this. You could get some juicy demolition raft hits in here, but it's still 3 docks to 2 for no chance, and replenishing numbers. It sees the flags as well and splits up the fire galleys so that the demolition rafts shouldn't be able to get more than 1 ship at a time here. Archers for the Vikings, where are they? They are inside the Pome's base with support from the Lithuanian scouts here, forcing a defensive donjon. Because Sicilians can't build towers, they build donjons, but you can garrison more villagers inside. Good defensive call from the Pome there to secure some of the wood line, but definitely taking a beating here. And same is the case for Limpopo down here, losing access to all the fish down in the southmost pond here. Demolition ship hit here, but not enough fire galleys here to take the fight. Limpopo should just give up on this water, maybe dock the right-hand side or something instead. Agent P with the scouts here. Magyar scouts rolling in as well. They have the attack. Agent P doesn't have it quite yet. He has the defense that helps out, but still it's numbers of Coster. Slight numbers advantage here and HP advantage for sure. There's a cast age. The Pone is in the cast age. The Sicilians went for... How did he even get to the cast age? Where has he been mining gold? He has 2 defensive donjons on the woodline here, and building the town center so quickly that it's not really an issue. It's going to get a nice boom on land here, and still has the fish here as well, of course, not really being contested over here. Agent P with the second TC as well, and making knights out of 2 stables now. I'm not seeing any relics contest yet. Do we have a monastery? It's not being prioritized. It's going to be the economy approach here for now. No Chance has won the south pond here, so a huge investment though. It's lots of fire galleys, lots of wood and gold going into those. That's taking a toll on the cast age timing. However, Limpopo is also stealing the fuel age here after having lost the fish. And with the fire galleys taking control down here, it's going to be rough for Limpopo to wall out any aggression down here as well. Third TC for the Lithuanians. 7 fishing ships, probably enough to justify the amount of fish here. You'll be long distance hunting anyway. Limpopo is on the offensive on No Chance's side though. No Chance doesn't really have any land defense of his own, and Limpopo is getting some juicy kills in here. 4-4 in the Eco KD department here. And as we can see from the scouting on the map, the Don Domingos, well, both teams have a decent overview of the map here, I'd say. Yeah, that's the issue. There's lots of action going on here. Talent but no farm with 21 crossbows forward, but there's a TC here, there's 2 donjons here. This is not the point you want to break through if you're talent no farm. Talent but no farm. Looking for some builder snipes here. I guess that's good engagement in that regard. The Pone, however, has 3 town centers up and builds them at lightning speed, so he'll be safe for most. I mean, if there's any economic areas threatened here for the Pone, he could just rush up at easy and should be okay here. Coster joining in with the Knights as well, +2 defense, and of course the full attack, which follows the Magyar's civilization bonus. Is it enough though? That attack helps. And +2 defense helps, so I don't think it's enough knights to clean up here. It's going to get decent trades, but not the best trades overall. Then Popular is up as well, and is now going 5 ranges with the Portuguese here. It's definitely going to boost those numbers, and already has an archer's lead over No Chance here. It's also kept some archers, soon to be crossbows, at the gold of No Chance over here. So it's off at least 1 gold here. Pockets with knights out, more knights from the green players, and the extensive team wall of Domingos is more or less intact, but it's also a far distance to go for quick walls until you're finished reinforcing them here, so they will need to pay attention to whenever the opponents try to break in again here. The Pone making a sergeant, or at least one. So not really any army just yet. Maybe we'll see some First Crusade here to get an instant 35 military out of the town centers for the Pone. Has only lost 3 villagers so far, so the defense certainly has been on point for the Pone here. Another good engagement for Coster here is out at home base anyway. He has better cavalry numbers than the green player. Agent P 97 here is constantly tracking the green cavalry movements, while Flampopo with the how many ranges? 5 ranges is not consistently producing out of all of them, of course, but taking a good military lead over No Chance here, and could deny this gold yet again here to obstruct army production for No Chance. Sicilian's castle going up, and another TC. This is beginning to smell like First Crusade to me, which you shouldn't underestimate, because especially in the Imperial Age, if you get all of the defense upgrades for the sergeants, having 35 of them pop out of nowhere can actually be really strong. Even the archers will struggle a little bit against it. Rank, that's only gonna show my ranking, my friend, but if you will know ratings of any players, exclamation mark rank, and then the players' nicknames. Yeah, No Chance has to go into the siege defense here. We see the offensives of Don Domingos here as well. 18 knights to 11 now, so Coster with less of an eco investment here is able to pump out more units, at least short term here. Sniping a monk as well, which is good, denying Lithuanians of that extra relic attack. And where is that? It's not really any relics collected yet. Ain't nobody got time for that. Good. Coster gets an engagement on the Vikings crossbows as well. Going to, at the very least, diminish the crossbow numbers of Landclan here. And garrison. Yes, I mean, losing some knights there in the engagement, but keeping higher knights numbers than the Lithuanians. Less production, however, but also diminishing both crossbows and knights numbers. Look at Vikings here, going Imperial Age, yes, but only with 13 crossbows, 3 ranges producing. It won't be an extremely deadly amount of arbalists yet for for talent but no farm here. Now they're applying pressure on the player with the most mobility here, the Lithuanian player, and Koster and Flampopo seem to be on point with the communication here, staying closely together with crossbows and knights here so that the enemy team can't easily engage against them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TCs for the pawn about to be... Oh, he's gone! First Crusade! I didn't see that, but now it's now the units are out, and actually at this point talent but not farm, no farm is really quite vulnerable here. So if he is moving out, First Crusade is on the move for the pawn here, getting heavily housed because of the investment here, but that's gonna be hard. You see I think that's the population the excess population above houses. Yeah, it's going Imperial Age. And these probably going to drop a castle somewhere. The poem, what are you doing? Alright, you don't need more than 2 builders to drop a Sicilian's castle, that's fine. Oh, tell me he's gonna complete this with 2 builders. Quick wall, the poem, I know you can do it. Come on. Come on. Oh, he bails on it. Oh, shame. First Crusade on the move. They seem to be emphasizing heavily Agent P's population now, not making the same mistake as the previous Arabia game where Agent P was able to boom into some Indians' madness. Lithuanians can be very deadly in the late game as well. So better to apply pressure when you can, while you can. So it seems like the pawn's job here was just to defend, get those 5 TCs up and pump out the sergeants. And yeah, still waiting for those Imperial Age upgrades, but see, they still have decent Pierce armor here. I mean, if you have enough arbalests, you'll one-shot them. It's still buying some time for Don Domingos to kinda establish a stronger position here. Castle in the very middle instead for the pawn here with the 2 remaining villagers. And securing this gold and more importantly this hill here for the later game to pull back to as needed for defensive purposes. Flampopo keeping the pressure up here, 5 rangers consistently producing. Japanese however already in the Imperial Age and with 26 arbalests total chasing Flampopo's armies here. Flampopo 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go to the next age here. I'm seeing conscription, I'm seeing farming and scale barding armor for the pawn here. So I guess we'll see the Sicilians Cavalier here with Hauberg, that unique technology giving them extra pierce and melee and pierce defense. Even a donjon on the hill here to further fortify the position on top here. I kind of like establishing a building's presence here. Could have easily been denied, of course, but... it might still be denied. Yeah, that's denied. That's dead. Capped rams for the Vikings. Siege ram on the way as well. Maybe the castle on the hill will be short-lived for the pawn after all. Do we have any sign of Imperial Age here for Koster? It's 1 minute 50 seconds to go. The transitions are a bit slower here. But then again, the Lithuanians' pocket of the opposing team is also in the castle age, so neither player is going to have Cavalier just yet, and Koster is definitely going to beat the Lithuanians to it here. Flampopo losing quite a few crossbows now, but he has 7 rangers producing more archers now, so I guess he's counting his losses now and considering that these units are expendable. They want to use this castle just to bite time. What's going on? There's some blue down here. Lots of armless raiding for no chance here. Look at the stone walls from Flampopo to try to keep mobility and raids out from the south side as well. He's being very patient here with the armies. And there's that bug again, actually, with the Imperial Age count, but it just goes slight past the actual timer. Good defensive castle and disallowing the Japanese arbalest further entry into the base of Limpopo here. So raids from the Vikings, Arbalest over here on Coster's precious farm economy here. It is significant villager lead for Dondo Bingos though. They actually only have one lake while Landclan has 3 lakes, so that could be significant in the long run here. Lithuanians going to the Imperial Age here, but our Magyar's friend has Cavaliers. No, that's not Magyar's, that's Sicilians. The Pone has Cavaliers out. Let's have a look at the armor here, if Hauberg is in, that it is indeed. So that's going to be a challenge for the Lithuanians until they can get to Paladin here. And even with Paladin, actually, Sicilians Cavaliers in decent numbers will trade nicely. The Pone having a good boom here could sell food for gold here to boost production further, but is also very close to pop cap. Why the hell does he still have the transport ship? That is a mystery to me, but that's only one population in Big Butcher. See, Hauberg Cavalier at work here. Look at the Arbalists! They can't even two-shot these Cavalier here. They have such high pierce armor with that extra added armor. It's using the choke point here still helps for talent, but no farm. But that's some precious armor units being picked off from for the Pone here. Don Domingos in the score lead by 700 points as well, so that might make them feel more confident here for sure. No reproduction of Arbalists here for talent, but no farm. And yeah, basically losing all of the armies here. In the meantime, we have Magyar's Knights raiding. Imperial Age is in for Coster, but Cavalier will kick in any moment here as well. Lots of cavalry on the field for Don Domingos now. And especially against Sicilians cavalry, you can't really go into pike defense there either. Great raids from the Pone here up top here. Took out the Arbalists, knows that talent but no farm has barely any military at all. Panic pikeman here for the teal player, but that's just not going to work out against the Sicilian tanky Cavaliers here. Agent P coming to help clean up the Sicilians Cavalier here, but it's still the... I'm assuming there hasn't been time to collect relics here for the Lithuanians. No relics at all, so Lithuanians actually falling behind to the Blast Furnace Cavalier of the Magyars as well. Yeah, Sicilians. They are nasty indeed in the very late game. They have access to Siege Ram as well, so they have... that as a siege option to take out enemy production, and the Hauberg Cavalier can basically contest Cavalier. Yeah, the relics positioning isn't ideal. one here on the very edges, and then yeah, not making it easy for the Lithuanians. I don't quite understand that change to Lithuanians, honestly, that I lost the last attack upgrade, and it doesn't really feel like that was an OP thing. So KD very much on the positive side for the Pone here. I guess that's villager kills, 59 villagers killed, good raids, talent but no farm, lost 68 villagers total. If anyone can recover from that, it's the Vikings, but you can't go pikemen. It's a crazy last-minute solution, but it's just not going to work against the Sicilians. Sicilians Cavalier, especially with Hauberg as well, extra defense. They will be even more tanky. Let's see it now. Let's see it. The Pole is probably going to win this fight easily. They don't do damage. They even have +2 attack, these pikemen, and they barely even taking out 1 or 2 cavaliers here. Crazy. Yeah, the Pone establishing some dominance with donjons here. He must have had extreme amounts of stoners. Is he going to go full sergeant now? He's getting supplies. I don't think that applies to to Sergeant's cost, but maybe it does, since he's getting it. Good flower army here. I guess that's villagers above there, so maybe it's time for the pawn to consider killing some villagers. However, the GG is called. Vikings aren't going to get back from this, and the overall military situation is comparable, but the eco miles ahead. 200 villagers more for Don Domingos here. So we're at 1-1, and we'll have a decider game this evening, which will be the last cast of the session as well. I think I want to play a little bit myself after, and yeah, call it at that. It's kind of exhausting for the voice as well to keep casting and talking for extended periods. Can feel it. My voice isn't on point. Look at the resource collected for the bone fairly early 5 DCs there into the castle and First Crusade. Really dominating with the Sicilians in the Imperial Age here. So strong with the Hauberg Cavaliers and the Von Johnson castles and fast DCs for map control. The pawn didn't make any army until 30 minutes. Yeah, it's hard to punish as well, right? Because if you get to the castle age with the Sicilians, and also it's the... I guess in theory you could have tried to at least punish the water investment here, but that's not a significant thing. The thing is that Sicilians build PCs 100% faster, so if you're subject to archers or even cavalry raids in the early cast stage, you just drop your fast TCs and secure the resources that way. So amazing. That was a strong one. I want to see the APM here. We'll have a decider game, and the home map of Landclad is Desert Void. So first Desert Void cast of this tournament. I think more players may have used it, but let's just pull it up. It's honestly, I won't say it's one of my favorite maps to play, but it's fantastic to cast because it is Desert Void. There's some stumps or trees here and there, big desert, but other than that, it's void. There's nothing. There's some patches of neutral zone. It's yeah, I don't know the total amount of zone. 2, 4, 6, 8. I guess 4 tiles total per player involved. But it's all across the map, so it's randomly spawning different areas. So it's not necessarily going to be an easy option to go for castle defense because you don't have stone around your starting area. So that's the thing. That's the thing. Desert Void, in my opinion, heavily favors 1 TC crazy pushes because there's nowhere to escape. At least not in 1v1s. I haven't seen any team games ever, at least not as casting. I've played it once in team game. And yeah. I kind of have a feeling that this won't be going to the crazy post-imp, but you could of course say that trade is an option here. So even if you run out of wood, gold, whatever, you'll still potentially have trade in the corners and the games could go long. But even then, you are going to run out of wood, you are going to run out of gold, stone, everything. Let me fix the names and the score again. And then we'll be on our way. Land. Land clan with the first one, Unknowing goes the second, and now the decider game. Alright, let's see the civilizations at work here. Starting with Land Clan, we have Agent P in the pocket with the Khmer. Easy wall off, as you already know. So Khmer could easily pull off almost an arena or hideout style 23 pop straight castle here, but it's going to cost you a little bit in the walling, but certainly an option. 2 Agent P's right, we have Legion 64. Ooh, was that a lame attempt? It was a lame attempt! I missed that. Oh man, aiming the far away boar. That's gonna backfire. And yeah, Scout's dead for the pole for sure. Laming is allowed in my tournament. There are some specific rules for nomad start maps, otherwise anything goes. Definitely trying to punish the early walling here, so I'd say that's good good game sense of Flampopo to try and look for far out builders and maybe even get a snipe before Loom here. But back to the civilizations. Legion 64 with the Malay. Well, a strong closed map save, and this is basically a closed map in that regard, so maybe that's there's an idea to play for the earlier past feudal age eco upgrades maybe, and then into a good economy and archers arbalest production later. Could even play the elephants here for all I know, while they have 30 and 40% cheaper battle elephants in the castle and imperial ages. To the left hand side we have Italians for no chance. They really want those early uptimes here. Are they going to play this standard, like knight archers? I guess that's good to punish in a team game as well, the good old 2v1. But yeah, we'll see. As mentioned before, there's no escape, so you could actually eliminate one player if your early aggression is good enough here. Now to Don Domingos. We have Coster in the pocket. Not again here, didn't actually play pocket the previous one, but Coster with the Cuman's pocket here. Or maybe he did play pocket the previous one. I'm getting sleepy here. Cuman's access to battering rams in feudal age could help to break through or capture ram in the cast age, even stronger. Fantastic cavalry civilization. You could also place a second town center in the feudal age to defend and for defensive purposes and to protect the economy and boost your economy moving into the next ages. To the right side we have Flampopo with the Mongols, with the hunting bonus in mind maybe, and maybe hoping to play an early archers, early scouts I mean, but no, that's not the case here. 21. Villagers going up here. The Pong, what's going on here? Did the Pong get lamed or something? Yes, had quite a bit of idle TC time here. Did I miss a lane? It's definitely quite low on resource. Nah, this doesn't look like lane scouting to me. But it's far behind the villagers because of the high idle TC time here compared to all of the teammates and opponents here. But he is playing at the Tatars, fascinatingly so, because this is the desert. There aren't any hills here for Tatars to exploit their bonus. They still have longer lasting sheep, so a Dark Age eco bonus and instant ballistics in the Castle Age and Parthian tactics in the Imperial Age, but Cav Archers, one of Tatar's real strong suits, so a bit surprising to see the pick here on a very, very flat map that is Desert Void. What was the plan here? We had the players going feudal age 25 pop, 24 pop, Khmer, Agent P at 23, as mentioned earlier, or 24 rather. 6 on gold here. This should be a straight Castle Age then. Just a little bit of food short here. Could queue another builder, of course. Does that indeed. And yeah, once the food allows, Agent P will be going up to the castle age here. Doesn't need any buildings at all to warrant the transition from one age to the next here. You see these two bars here, that's the resources you need to progress to the next age, so if they're planning a fast castle, that red bar of food and gold bar, they will probably be on the higher side, 200 gold as we can see. They all have gold needed to go to the next age here. So most, if not all, are playing the fast castle here. Blacksmith market even for Coster here with the humans. So maybe he is thinking about aiding his teammates with some kind of castle age ram cavalry archers push or something. Cav archers or Tatars rams from Cubans to break through, for example, or just cavalry support, of course. Straight fast castle knights. You still have cheaper ranges and stables for the humans, so not to discourage either kind of play that way either. The only player going Castle Age for now is Agent P though, and next following suit is the teammate here. Here comes the stable. Surprise, surprise. This could even be the elephants, but we'll see. It's probably going to be the knights. We have 2 elephant civilizations here, which is kind of funny, but I guess the flanks will be playing archers here. You're looking at the civs, Malay and Italians. Good potential for power spike uses to reach the next stage earlier and get to crossbows earlier and get to whatever. Yeah, we see that. Archers, and presumably knights. But since everyone is basically going fast castle on this map, it's not necessarily going to be that successful. There will be knights from the Cubans here. We have 2 town centers, and once that 2 town center economy can kick in, Coster will have an equal deal over the others, but that's, I think that TC doesn't. It's so slow. The second feudal age TC for Cubans, so with only 3 builders building it, that's barely even going to complete before the castle age here. So, Malay crossbows, Khmer, knights. Just gonna gather the forces here, and no chance with the Italians. Crossbows as well. Might be playing it on the defensive side here, while Land Clan want to go and hit Flampopo, playing the Mongols here. Which seems to be the first target, but we'll see here. The scouting of Land Clan isn't really all that extensive yet. I actually feel like they should be going right for the Cumans, because Cumans, if they're allowed the free boom and the cheaper stables and whatnot, they're easily just outnumber and demolish whatever the others are going for. But Coster here did finish that feudal age TC basically after reaching the castle age, so no significant eco advantage for Coster yet. In fact, all of the players are dropping extra TCs here, and Popo dropping one in the back as well. With some luck, Landclad might actually spot that, but looks to be like they want to hit the exposed economy that they can with the first wave of forward army here. So castle defense very awkward on this map, as mentioned. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, two stone tiles per 700 or 1400 stone per player, basically 2 castles worth of stone, and it's all spread everywhere across the map, so you're not easily going to get into defensive castles here. Or even tower defense. You'd have to buy stone for towers, actually, seeing as the players are going for town centers here. 3rd town center for the Cubans here, 1 on the gold. Eco almost completely safe for aggression, but no chance. Tries to find the exposed places to hit. Could still hit the woodline in the back here, for example. Mongols cavalry archers. Okay, makes sense actually. Mongols have 20% faster firing cavalry archers, so why not go for that for Flampovo here? The overall military situation though, it's higher for Land Clan because Land Clan they're going for the crossbows, and you can start massing crossbows in the field age, while for the cavalry archers, which is the case for Don Domingos here for 2 of the players, that's when you start massing in the castle age. Of course, could be very strong and successful on a map like this, playing that kind of mobility, if you are able to muster the numbers, but currently the crossbows players are having a massive lead in the numbers count overall here. Yeah, okay. Yes, the cavalry archers investment pays off after all, especially the Mongols' faster firing ones, basically cleaning up the first wave of crossbows from Legion 64 here. It's still the issue of cost as well, though. Crossbows are cheaper than cavalry archers, so it's less of a concern to lose crossbows over cavalry archers. Flampovo 12.5 KD here, getting good trades. The Pone, however, losing units somewhere here. Is that villagers? No? Yeah, so the Pone has been losing his cavalry archers somewhere here, maybe in the front or something. I'm missing something here. University for the ballistics. I said 3 ballistics for Tatars, that's obviously wrong. It's instant thumb ring for Tatars, and then you need to research ballistics, of course. Very important one. Thumb ring and ballistics, both very important for cavalry archer play, because you want them to be accurate, so you could use that mobility to hit and run both on stationary and moving targets, and the thumb ring increases the firing speed as well, which is even more important. Now Flampopo with the aggression breaks through on the Malay side here. This could be some amazing raids for Flampopo, and he seems to be going straight for the gold here for Legion. Legion is going to lose lots of villagers here now. Ballistics or not, Flampopo is going to get good villager kills in here and get 2, 3, 4 maybe. And also the cavalry archer numbers are comparable to the crossbow numbers of our teal friend here. So 19 cavalry archers to 23 crossbows. That's a fight. Even though you don't necessarily want to take it, you can take it if you're Flampopo here. Knights pushing on the south side for Agent B, trying to break through at the Cumans. Very important to not allow the Tatars. Well, very important to keep the pressure up regardless. Players are actually all extending into extra TCs here, which is kinda surprising. If one player had stayed just one TC and pumped out more units, they might have an even larger military advantage here, but they're playing to defend their economies as well, of course, so that explains the additional TCs. Is this a color bug? What? This looks orange to me. Well, Flampopo is extending into a third town center as well. Still, even with more town centers, I think, for Don Domingos. Maybe not, maybe it's comparable. They are behind in economy, so they must have had more idle time overall here. Now for a crossbow knight combination here on the Tatars. They really don't want Tatars to get to the crucial mass of cavalry archers here. The Bloodlines is in, Ballistics is in. Bloodlines coming in for Flampopo as well, but still missing Ballistics. And this is a huge mass of army obstructing the Tatars currently. Keep in mind that Agent P was first of all to the cast stage as well, so started that nice Knight's production nice and early, and also able to get now 4 town centers up. That's farming economy and everything beginning to kick in here, giving Agent P a very nice economy behind this. Will have to have, not sure if it's been mining stone or buying it, probably buying it for the extra town centers. And now what's going on here? I think the Cumans Knights are in the numbers here. And the upgrades are similar as well. Ooh. Big engagement here. Coster has the better numbers. Flampopo joins in with the cavalry archers as well, so the mobility certainly playing into Don Domingo's favor here. Not sure. Well, the pawn has been losing builders here, which is good engagement in that regard for Landcloud, of course, but they're also losing lots of military here. But behind this, the Malay player is massing up on more crossbows here, and overall military situation still ahead for Landcloud, even losing all the crossbows forward for the Italians here. So house walls going up in the middle. Stone is hard to combine on this map, remember? So, you see they're even lacking some scouting for where the stone might be located here. Legion now raiding with 30 crossbows and sniping villagers left and right while dodging town center fire around the map. Khmer Knights to Cuban Knights, very similar in the numbers now. What's these stables count of Coster here? Has a couple of stables, 3 stables, and placing a few more forward here. Don Domingo's slightly behind Landclan in the economy, but nothing too crazy here. As Legion is forward with crossbows and punishing Flampopo's eco to the best of his ability here. You see house walls here because, again, stone is just so little stone on this map. What a crazy map this is with cav archers everywhere using the mobility. I actually like that initiative. I've also seen the Britons work out well on the Setvoid, at least in 1v1, because obviously because of the Britons' cheaper town centers, easy boom, and farther range on the archers first and foremost, because you basically range over any woodline as they get chopped down a bit. Eco KD escalating for Flampopo here, is losing so many villagers, and the boom gets seriously punished here. The wood count isn't high enough to keep producing the cavalry archers long term here. And yeah, those crossbows are just going to... They're forcing Flampopo to react here. Landclan are forcing Flampopo to react, and the crossbows are just sniping cavalry archers to deny the crucial mass of cav archers you need to really benefit from that in the long run. Of course, we're playing Mongols cavalry archers here over Mangudai because of the lack of stone on the map as a whole. We also have Agent P and no chance in the Imperial Ages now, which will unlock Arbalest, and looks like a Khmer Hussar rush to be coming here as well. The pawn getting some raids in now on the Khmer economy, but not enough to punish it enough here. I think Bloodlines, Light Cav, Cavalier, Agent P can just afford everything here. So much action going on everywhere here. Don Domingos now have the builder lead after some good rates on the Khmer economy here, but we also have 3 players of Landclan in the Imperial Age ready to benefit from the added attack and army strength that entails for them. We have 32 Malay crossbows, 22 Khmer Cavalier as well to work together. I'm guessing Arbalest Bracer is right around the corner here for the... Oh, this could be devastating for the cavalry archers of the Pawn and Flampopo here. Ballistics, Bracer, lacking chemistry for now, but still, again, getting cav archer snipes here, and Don Domingos, they're just never going to be able to reach that crucial mass of cavalry archers that they so much will want. They're playing the cav archers correctly here. They're using the mobility to raid left and right and deal damage constantly here. It's so annoying to play against, but they're also being denied that crucial mass needed, and now, as we can see, the pawn is heavily housed here as well, so which again impacts the production potential. Imperial Age all the way for the Cumans here, 147 builders, a massive boom for Coster here. and queuing knights out of 4 stables, so we might even see human paladins this game. No sign of any trade approach just yet, but that clock is beginning to tick for the players as well. They only have 3 golds each, and there's no neutral resources otherwise except for the stone, which no chance has gone to, by the way. It seems to be the only player mining stone currently. Nah, the pawn has been mining stone somewhere as well. Yeah, it's found stone in the back of the sides of the base, so we are going to see some castles here eventually. Yeah, not the best fight ever for HMP, but again, diminishing these cavalry archer numbers. Only 9 cav archers here for the pawn. That's not numbers you want to see moving into the next age, perhaps, which might happen soon here for the pawn. But maybe he also can't go to the next age here because he'll need army to defend at home. Coster is in the Imperial Age as well. 40 knights to benefit from the Cavalier upgrade, while Khmer has been in the Imperial Age for a while already, and producing out of 6 stables, these Cavaliers. Mongols collecting relics here, so Flampopo getting a little bit gold boost there, acknowledging the importance of relics on this very chaotic map that's called a Desert Void. That's a scary amount of Malay Arbalists right there to once again diminish the cavalry archer numbers here. 14 cavalry archers for Flimpopo, 11 for the pawn with the Tatars. And yeah, they're in it to win it here, Landclan. It looks like they might be going for the 2-1 here, giving the army offensives here and the way they are constantly punishing the cavalry archer engagements here. Lots of Cuban Cavaliers here. Is it going to be enough? They get the surround on the Arbalest here, so that's going to take out the Malay Arbalest at a high pace as well, but at the cost of some Cavaliers numbers, of course. But who cares when you have 148 Cumans villagers working behind the scenes for you here? I don't even know who's gonna... Yeah, this is definitely a win for the Cumans numbers here. 3 ranges for the Malay here to replenish Arbalests yet again. Coster probably about to be pop-capped here now with the 44 Cavaliers out on the field. That means that Paladin might at some point be affordable as well. You could DQ Cavaliers at this point and maybe go Paladin if your resources allow for it. Coster has only lost 6 villagers this game as compared to all the others. It's really not been subject to any big raids here, but here come the Khmer Hussars and Cavalier to change that. But that's only going to make for more population space for the Cavaliers for Coster, so I think he's happy about the raids at this point, not needing to delete villagers of his own. Now a forward castle for the Malay as well to deal with the defensive castle of Lampopo here. That should be going down rather swiftly. Let's have a look at the stone counts again. You see the stone count is really low. Italians been mining some stone here, has the stone for another castle somewhere, and the tramp is out here to break through the pawn's buildings over here as well. So certainly very good aggression for Landclan here. They seem to have Desert Void figure out, though it doesn't play out quite the way I thought it would on team games here. I like how this is progressing. It's still mainly that Knight Archer meta, but now we see 2 flank players going straight fast castle cavalry archers, which is you can't really do on Arabia, for example, or you can, but it's going to be easily punished. And it's still being punished. With 1 cavalry archer for the pawn, 4 for Flampopo, and Coster, the only one keeping his team alive here with 69 cavaliers and counting here. Why not Paladin though? Why not Paladin? The other team doesn't get Paladin, so all the more reason to cancel production and try and get to that actual Paladin upgrade. Sorry, 14 is into some troubles again here, getting to run second forward, or second castle, now in a more forward position, going up for no chance here. No denying that for the pawn, who is taking a heavy beating here again. Did buy or invest into stone to get some stone walls up in the back here to at least limit raids from this side, but it's under heavy pressure. And look at the raids from the Khmer party here as well. 42 cavaliers and hussars increasing, I'm guessing. Let's have a look at Agent P's farm or food economy here. 63 on food, could spam hussars indefinitely here. And there's no sign of any real halberdier switch here for Don Domingos. Lang going into the Genoese crossbows from the castle for no chance. Fantastic idea against the mass Cumans cavalry here, that hard counters cavalry if they get too close to the Genoese crossbowmen at least. Lampopo is almost out of gold going into skirm defense here, because he's basically fighting one-on-one on this side, but is still losing even to the armorless masses of the Malay here. Great cavalier raids by Coster at Agent P's home base here, but the pressure that Agent P's flank teammates are putting up here on the sides is just even stronger than raiding on the opposing side being done by Coster here. Is basically going to lose just even more cavaliers here to the replenishments here. I guess they're running out of gold here, at least soon, so they're preparing trade in the corners here. They already have a little bit of a trade running here. And where is that trade stats? Trade cards. Yeah, nothing too crazy here just yet, but one team has traded and the other doesn't, and if it keeps that way, one team is going to have Lang Clan are going to have gold access, Don Domingos will not. Rex coming up here for no chance. I'm assuming that's Condotieros and not Flightmen, because Italians don't get halberdier anyway. So Arbs might go down here for no chance, but or are they Arbs actually? Yeah, they're Arbs, but Genoese crossbowmen is the unit in question for no chance right now. And cavalry obviously can't snipe those, because the Genoese crossbowman has such huge counter or bonus damage against the cavalry. GG well played is called Lang Clan take a 2-1, and not by any means an easy match for either team. First set going to 3 games today, so that's very nice set. Nice to see Desert Void in play as well. Let's go through the stats once again. Thanks for the follow, Conley Burke. Much appreciated. See the uptimes here, very fast castle from all the players. Fastest castle for the Khmer here. You can do that on any map explorer, but it's easier if you're able to wall off and secure your base, which is the case on Desert Void. Seemed like a strong pick. Best boom of all, even out-booming the humans here. With the earlier multiple town centers and maybe a more fluent villager creation behind it. Cavalry archer from both flanks here, from the Pole and Flampopo, was interesting. And if they had gotten to a crucial mass of cav archers, I can see that working out for them, but then again, you don't have any hills to pull back to with cavalry archers on Desert Void. It's like playing cavalry archers on Arena. It's good, but it's not great. And you don't have any hills to exploit as Tatar, so you might as well play Japanese or Cuban cavalry archers in that sense. Or something like that. Look at the KD for Coster though, 154 builders, huge boom, 190 to 79. And I absolutely agree with Agent P, what an amazing series with the unconventional approaches of the douche and the First Crusade and whatnot that the Don Domingos went for here. Very nice. Alright, so now I actually want to play a bit myself, not forgetting